Yo, nah, this Pooh Shiesty situation just got even crazier, because now we officially have an update involving his father. And according to news report, Pooh Shiesty's dad has now been granted a $250,000 bond and ordered to house arrest. So yeah, this case is moving pretty fast, but what's really got the internet talking is the alleged motive behind all of this. Because people are now connecting it back to the federal allegations that this entire situation may have started over Pooh wanting to get out of his 1017 deal with Gucci Mane.
Man, come on, man. I don't want to try this, man. I don't be wanting to try. I don't be wanting to do this, man. I'm a low-key, man. I'm more of a Slim from Cash Money than a Birdman type. But, you know, I get on my Birdman. Yeah, tell me. Cuz, why did man out here pissing on people? Man, what's wrong with him? Get him. Cuz you ain't no king, hey, cuz you ain't on meal break, you ain't on the killer.
Now social media is running with one crazy talking point, that Gucci allegedly made $24 million while Pooh was locked up. And he didn't give Pooh Shiesty not a dime.
Oh look, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. That's $1 million right there.
And if that's really what Pooh believed, a lot of people online are saying that may explain why prosecutors say things escalated to extreme lengths. Yeah, let's break this whole thing down.
Babe, where you at with the count? How much you got over here?
So far, I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 8, 9, $1 million.
So first, the major update. Pooh Shiesty's father, Lontrell Williams Sr., has reportedly now been granted bond and placed on house arrest. That means, while the federal case continues, he will not remain in jail custody for now. This comes right after DOJ announced his arrest in the alleged kidnapping and armed robbery case tied to Gucci Mane and multiple music industry figures.
Now, as I mentioned, Pooh Shiesty's in custody in Texas. He has been held in a halfway house since he was released from federal custody just a few months ago. Now, we know that his father, as well as rapper Big 30.
Federal prosecutors say that 8 people were arrested, including Pooh and his father. Still waiting for an update on the knife. The case stems from an alleged January studio meeting in Dallas, and according to prosecutors, that meeting was supposed to be about Pooh's recording contract. But investigators claim it turned into an armed takeover. And that's the part that has the entire rap world shocked. And same for the internet now that the new images are circulating some of Pooh Shiesty's accomplices captured on surveillance footage around town with the stolen merchandise. Now here's where the story gets crazy. According to DOJ allegations, one of the alleged victims was forced at gunpoint to sign a release from the contract. We all know that's Gucci Mane.
Gucci who? Gucci Mane?
And that's a huge detail, because this suggests that the contract was allegedly one of the main reasons for the meeting in the first place and a point of contention. Prosecutors say that the meeting involved Gucci Mane's 1017 label, and online, people immediately start bringing up the money, especially after Charleston White went viral telling Aiden Ross that Gucci allegedly made $24 million while Pooh Shiesty was locked up.
When we spoke with 6ix9ine.
Your call.
Yo,
What's up, nephew?
I'm on stream. I had a question. Can you explain this Pooh Shiesty situation?
He just came home to take pictures and get some new stories to tell in the day room when they playing dominoes and on the rec yard when they lifting weights. He didn't come to stay long.
Wait, Charleston White is diabolical.
But what exactly did he do?
Gucci made, his mother says that Gucci made $24 million while he was in prison. Didn't give him one brown penny while he was in prison. When he came home, he didn't get nothing. So they called a business meeting for him to fly to Dallas. He came to Dallas with his white boy cameraman, his off-duty police officer, security guard, and Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, and by the stepmother, kidnapped him, robbed him, kicked him in the ass.
Wait, but why'd they do that to Gucci? Why'd they do it?
They were mad because they feel like he made all that money and didn't give him none. And he showed up and said he couldn't pay them because they were broke. So they forced him at gunpoint to sign to release him from a contract.
So how did this all come out? How did Pooh Shiesty, how they end up finding out?
Because the feds had him on the leg monitor, so they followed him and watched him do it, just like they watched them all people commit crime.
Wait. So Pooh Shiesty had an ankle monitor and he robbed Gucci.
Yeah. And while he was on his way, to do the thing, his parole officer called him and told him, "Hey man, you need to go home. You're not at home." And so man, he's stupid, man. He really a gangster though.
Now let's be clear. That specific 24 million number is social media commentary allegation. Not a figure confirmed by DOJ, but it became the talking point because people started saying if Pooh felt like the label kept profiting while he was sitting in prison and they were not helping him at all, then maybe frustration over the business side has been building for a long time, which is crazy work because obviously Pooh Shiesty was having a hard time in prison. And Gucci was the main person that was like giving him support, but not money.
I'm locked down so much that, I'm really skipping through for real. Stuck in the cell. But we'd have been stuck in this on the yard, not in lockup, none of that, on the yard, 5 months straight. No commissary, no kitchen.
Y'all can't go nowhere.
Man, no commissary, no kitchen. Yeah, I went crazy.
Again, this is just internet speculation. The official federal allegation is that this was a contract-related dispute that escalated into kidnapping and robbery charges. And if convicted, these charges are extremely serious. We're talking about potential life sentence. And honestly, this is why the music business gets scary, because once money, paperwork, and street politics all start mixing together, things can go left fast. This went from a label dispute to now one of the wildest federal hip-hop stories of the year. Because imagine allegedly trying to force your way out of a contract like that.
Shout out to Shiesty, man. Man, at least now like a block legend, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo.
That's not just industry drama. That becomes federal. And the internet is now debating whether this entire situation came from frustration over money, ownership, and control, especially because Pooh was one of the biggest names to come out of 1017 and recent years. Back in Blood was massive. And the fact that Pooh Shiesty just got out of jail and did this, Pooh Shiesty obviously lived what he talked, and this, regardless of the outcome, is going to be forever iconic in hip-hop. But naturally, people are just asking how much money was actually generated, who controlled it, and what did Pooh think he was owed? But I ain't gonna lie, the funniest part of this whole internet reaction is Asian Doll, because social media has been going crazy after the retweeting saying seems like the only person who survived Gucci Mane label is Asian Doll.
So he made history on being the first female artist signing with Gucci. Recently, Keisha came out on The Breakfast Club talking about his schizophrenic episodes and how that affected the label and the artists. Did Gucci show signs of this while you were at the label, and is this the reason why you wanted out? We didn't know what was wrong with him. Something was definitely wrong, and I had to go. So I asked to be released. I'm like, something's not right. It just didn't give CEO, it didn't give boss, it didn't give none of that. It just gave, we on our own, he signed us, and it was just on our own. So I was just like, yeah, this is not what I want to be.
So now online speculations are wondering if this had anything to do with Pooh Shiesty. Should someone be legally binded to a multi-million-dollar contract after they find out the person has now publicly expressed that they are mentally unstable? And what would it take to exactly get out of this deal? But anyway, y'all let me know, do you think it was really about the contract and money, or do you think that this alleged 24 million number is just what pushed things over the edge? Drop your thoughts below. This story is still developing.